You are now listening to the Serious Growth Podcast with your host, Leo Costa Jr.
Hey, Phil, I want to ask you a question. How long has it been since I last saw you?
Did we go to LA together for a little photo shoot trip?
Well, I think we did, but I'm thinking before that, like when the first time that I met you. I don't even. It's been so damn long ago. I don't remember.
We met because I think you heard about somebody, a friend, the kid that used to train with you there. We kind of looked similar, and someone told you about me or some bodybuilding thing, and wanted me to come look at your operation there. So I went down there and looked at your workout facility, and
Yeah.
I think I was gonna ask you for a job actually.
I'll be darned. It's been so damn long ago. Is that like in the 80, maybe 80?
Remember the little studio you had?
Yeah.
What was that kid's name that kind of resembled me?
Oh shit, Jeff.
He was your trainer.
I think
He was your trainer.
Yeah, his name is Jeff Schneider.
Yes, nice kid, right? Good
Yeah,
kid.
I can't even believe I can remember that shit. I forget more things than I remember now.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway,
That was I think I was like 21.
damn. How old are you
I
now?
remember.
How old do you know?
54.
54. I'm 65.
You look great, man. I love the fashion. I mean, you look.
Well, I after I got out of the sport, it was hard for
You
me.
look fantastic.
Thank you, sir. It was hard for me to stay in shape after I really, I had these.
That's my question, Leo.
What's that?
How that's the mental block we all have to deal with.
Yeah.
How do we deal with looking less than stellar
Yeah.
when we get off these drugs? The number one answer would be, let's get into fashion.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, why not, right?
Why not? Well, the thing about it was I didn't realize, I guess really that how powerful the motivation was to get in shape when you knew you had to be up in front of a bunch of people. That was a strong motivator for me.
Yeah.
And then when I didn't have that, it was like, well, fuck, I just like the idea of being in shape more than I actually want to go through and make the commitment to do it. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, now, I haven't worked out in over 2 weeks, which is a long time for me.
Yeah. And
this will be gone in a minute. And I'm falling apart physically. I see loose skin everywhere. I've lost like 30 pounds in a week and a half.
Wow.
So my skin's not back at all yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm relaxed. I'm at peace. I'm not like, I got to squat today.
Yeah.
I got to do pull-ups. I got to stress out. It's like the most peaceful I've been in my life. And I'm like, man, I want to milk this a couple more days. I mean, that's just throwing a nice blazer. Throw a nice blazer and say, hey, F it, right?
Yep. Yeah.
I think this is the best you've ever looked.
Well,
this is
thank
the
you.
best you've ever looked, ever. When you were really huge, you didn't look good, Leo.
Yeah.
You didn't look healthy. You look healthy.
Yeah.
And you look happy.
Yeah, I am actually. It's amazing. It's hard,
isn't it?
It's hard.
And it's hard for people to take that leap.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to be happy.
It's hard to say, hey, I don't care what Joe Schmo thinks about my biceps.
Right.
I don't care because Joe Schmo's not paying my bills, man.
Yeah.
Joe Schmo's not dating my wife. Well, he probably is. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Tom Platts he talks about this sometimes. He says, I'm just an old guy having fun in the gym now. And, he's that.
But you know what, Leo? There's no fun in that gym.
No.
There's no fun in there. If you want to have fun, go to amusement park.
Exactly. That is just so true.
There's no fun in a gym. You're still fucked up.
Yeah. But you know something, Phil? I'm sure that you know this too, but I'm still a member at Gold's Gyms. In fact, I was there over the 4th of July weekend, but the gym environment anymore is pathetic.
Pathetic.
Absolutely.
Leo, let me tell you what I do for working out. I swear to God, Leo. And you got to do this, Leo. And you got to do some shows on this. let me come back and do some shows on this.
Okay.
When I talk about, and I make no money on this whatsoever. I'm not an endorser for anything like this. I used to laugh at these people on the Bosu ball. I used to laugh at these people on the vibration plates. We got to do a show about vibration plates, Leo. You'll be the first one out there, cutting edge, to talk about it because it's so brand new. And when I tell you it's the most awesome thing I've ever done, I'm not lying.
Really?
You stand on these vibration. Yes. You stand on these vibration. We'll get John Jacobs on the show. John formulates products for NASA, workout products.
Yeah.
So he has this OsteoStrong group with Tony Robbins where they build bone density, because to build bone density, it takes 4.5 times your weight to bend the bone. You can't build bone density lifting weights. It don't happen. It does not happen. You have to bend the bone. So he has these machines that bend the bone for a nanosecond, and you have old people. You have old people out there walking around again, right?
Really?
It's amazing.
Never heard of it.
So anyway, but he has these vibration plates that build bone density. It vibrates below your feet, and it's hard to stand on because it's vibrating. And he told me, he goes, what do you think is muscles are building here when you stand on these things? I go, I think my ankles. He goes, no. Every single muscle in your body is firing to keep you upright. And it doesn't even look hard, but it's hard as hell. And then you add, not only do you stand there, you add resistance like a rubber band, which is the most compatible for muscle growth exercise you could do, because the tension is more towards contraction, right?
Yeah.
So you use these rubber bands on these plates, 20 minutes a day. You're like, you're better than benching and squatting and cleaning and everything. It's amazing.
I'll be darned.
It's amazing. We got to do a show on it, Leo.
Yeah.
We got to do a show on it.
Can you connect me with that guy? Will he come on?
I will. He would love to talk to you about this.
Well, that'd be awesome. So keep explaining what you're talking about. So
before we hang up, let's get him on a 3-way call.
Okay.
You want to get him on right now and say hello?
I don't know. Can we let me ask Charles here. Can we do that?
Because that would be a gem. If you got this guy on the phone, Leo, we could do our show another day. This guy's a gem.
Well, Charles is figuring that out. We'll keep talking. But
Okay.
I'd like you to paint that picture a little bit more on this is a balsa ball. Is that right?
A Bosu ball is a half ball.
Okay, a half ball. Now, when you
stand on it, you upregulate growth hormone and downregulate cortisol because your body's trying to maintain balance.
Okay, so
But the vibration plate is a Bosu ball on steroids. Because now you got the off balance, but it's vibrating like crazy.
So how do you keep yourself upright if you're a novice? How are you keeping?
Well, you can. It's just not easy.
Okay.
And the more you fall over, the harder it is. The more growth hormone your body's producing, right?
Interesting. Yeah.
And it comes time to a point where you get used to this balance. You get used to it, so your body's not producing. Your body's not producing as much growth hormone, right?
All right. Let's take a quick break so I can tell you about our product.
Do you want a bone-crushing grip? Good, because you're going to get one with the amazing new TRS gripper. It's a progressive grip builder with longer handles and a special ergonomic design that's like a dozen hand grippers in one. Start off easy and work your way up to quickly build your grip strength from wet noodle to pulverizing. The package includes a video from the world-famous strength coach, Dr. Russ Horine, the man who worked with Leo Costa to help bring you big beyond belief in the Bulgarian Power Burst. Dr. Horine shows you a simple and easy to follow workout plan that takes just minutes a day right from in front of your TV set if you want. So click on the link below and let's get started building you a stronger, firmer, bone-crushing grip.
your body's producing it, you utilize it more efficiently.
Yeah.
And not only that, whatever exercise you add the resistance to while you're off balance, whatever muscle group you're adding resistance to, the growth hormone actually is targeted in that area. So it's just an amazing, amazing discovery. John discovered it. He did a meta study on 23 different studies that produced growth hormone from training. And they all had one thing in common. The only thing they had in common was everybody was off balance. So that's how he figured out, hey, you got to put your body off balance. It has to be an involuntary movement for your body to produce these hormones. Involuntary. Not, look, I know I'm going to do these curls, and I'm going to sit here and curl all day and get bigger. That's not going to happen because it's voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
Involuntary is when you don't know what's going on. You're off balance. You're in shock. So that's what you got to do involuntary movements, which the vibration plate takes care of all that. But a Bosu ball will do it too.
So it sounds like to me what's happening is that you're causing temporary stress to the physiology, which makes it secrete growth hormone.
Yeah, I think your body's like, wait a minute, I don't want to be off balance here.
Yeah.
I don't want to fall and hurt myself.
Yeah. So it's fighting for homeostasis.
Yeah. Man, I'm lost here. Shoot. I'll find my way around. Yeah, so but John would be able to answer that, not me.
Yeah. So then are you working out like in your own home then, or are you going to a gym?
Just home.
At home? So you have like
Why should I? Because there's no reason. There's no reason to bench press or squat or clean or none of that crap.
Yeah.
You don't need it. It doesn't work.
Yeah. You're doing
If it worked, I wouldn't have had to pump steroids into my body.
Yeah. And are you doing it, what, 3 days a week, 5 days a week?
7.
7 days a week. And
Why not? When it's 20 minutes a day, Leo,
Yeah.
I'll go 8 days a week sometimes.
I've done that before too.
Yeah. Seems like it, right?
Yeah, no kidding. How long were you in the sport of bodybuilding, Phil?
Oh, but I don't know if I was ever in it for very long. I was in and out, 10 years maybe.
Yeah. I found you very interesting when I first met you because you took, for me, your approach to training and was different. And you were so fucking thick and big. I was amazed at you actually, back then. It was quite something. But you've always been, I thought you were really interesting in how you analyze things and you didn't seem like you were sort of the mainstream for me back then. How did you?
I didn't want to be like mainstream because everybody else was like following each other's tail.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, I don't want to follow this guy's tail. I want to make my own road. I want to find out what really works.
Yeah.
And what opened my eyes to that was a guy in the gym one time. I'm doing like everybody else does. I'm benching, squatting, cleaning. He goes, "What are you doing?" He was an older guy. I go, I'm squatting and cleaning and benching like everybody else. He goes, "Why are you doing so many sets?" He goes, "Look at my arms." He was like 70 years old, right?
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, your arms are huge." I didn't tell him his calves were small though. But he said, "Well, guess what I do? I did 3 sets. All you need is 3 sets, son. I'm 70 years old. Listen to me. When I tell you 3 sets, all you need." So it's like the owl with the liquor, the crunch. 3 licks. How many licks does it take to get to the center?
Yeah.
It opened my eyes to this. 3 sets. What are you talking about? 3 sets? So I tried it, and my arms started getting bigger. And then people were making fun of my arms because I had no legs. So I thought, wow, this might work on my legs too.
Yeah.
So if it works on my arms, I don't need to do legs yet because as soon as I start doing legs, they'll grow. So I waited a couple more years before I did legs, and they just took off. So I figured out 3 sets that's it.
That sounds
So
that sounds like the training from Mike Mincer and those guys.
similar, I think. Similar. Yeah, he might have taken it from them. I don't know, but back in those days, there's no internet, so you didn't know who was writing what or who was talking about what. Or
Yeah.
you know, we all just got our information from 70-year-old men in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
There's no other way to get it. I don't know where to, you know.
I know somebody brought that to my attention today, that there was no internet when I was explaining this during this time, and I thought, shit, that's right.
How do we learn, Leo?
Oh man, well, it was like
you want to ask guys at the gym, hey,
yeah,
where do you get Smecca Boys?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the back of my car. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And then of course, you know, the bodybuilding magazines were during my time, they were huge. I mean, as far as I always had my nose in those, you know, Muscle and Fitness and all those Ironmans and all that to get some information. Which, you know, some of that, Phil, as you know, was just, you know, stuff that you actually saw.
Who's writing that stuff, Leo? They had Joe Weider's wife writing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Well,
yeah, I don't care about what she does for chest.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and then you know, I was doing it for about 8 or 10 years at this point, and I'm looking at these magazines, and I see this article that was done. I'm thinking, God damn, how can they be that much stronger than me? You know? And I thought, well, I'm just going to take a trip down to. That was the first time I took a trip down to Santa Monica or Venice to go to Gold's Gym, because I wanted to see what the hell was going on. You know?
Wasn't it amazing?
It really was. I was
like a zoo.
Yeah, and back then it was, like I said, it's changed so much. But of course, we're all older now. It's going to be different. But yeah, it was. You know, to be honest with you, Phil, the first time I walked into Gold's and I saw some of the behemoths, I thought,
what about women? What about the women?
Yeah, them too. I said, there's no fucking way I can get that big. Not even big as she is. There's no.
And why would I want to? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. But
if you go down there now, Leo, and you look at these young kids trying to be bodybuilders, you're thinking, I saw this movie a long time ago. This is a bad ending.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a bad ending to this movie.
Yeah.
And they don't know what's coming up, man. They have no clue.
Yeah.
If they don't get into fashion sooner or later, they're gonna be screwed.
I know. You know, I thought to myself, you know, when I was bodybuilding, I didn't give a crap how I looked in clothes.
Me neither, man. Remember we used to wear those Zumbas? That's all we wore.
Just throw tarp over me and just let me go. I'm good to go.
And those high top white shoes you used to wear.
Oh shit! Now you talk about fashion. I was fashion forward back then. Nobody knew it though. But
you know what? But you look great now, man. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
when I saw some guy in a blue suit. I thought, who's that guy? You know, looks like an actor. You look like an actor. Yeah. And
the thing about that is, Phil, I took the same approach in this fashion thing because I knew nothing about it. You know, like I said, I wrote this book. It's called From Homeless to Handsome and Then Some, because I looked homeless when I was bodybuilding. And now I did just like I do in the gym when I learned how to train, was I need to learn it for myself. So I just went out and spent a whole shitload of money on buying clothes and teaching myself from firsthand experience, just like in the gym.
Do you know what, Leo? Do you know what, Leo?
What's that?
I think I need something like this.
I do too.
I really do. Because I'm dumbed down too, like you were. I just dumb myself down. I look like shit half the time because I don't care.
Right.
But it would be nice to have a hobby like that, to take care of myself. It would be. I think that's something I should really get into. I really do. I'm shocked.
And Phil,
I've never been into fashion. I said F fashion. I don't care.
Right.
But this is something that hits home to me right now in my heart. When you're telling me this, it's like something I can really grab onto, Leo.
Well, Phil, and let me tell you something. Here's how I looked at it. What was really interesting to me about fashion, as I was learning it firsthand, is I realized that fashion is very much like learning how to train, because, you know, when you learn how to train, you get to those.
It's about image.
Well,
it's about.
But I mean, the stated goal for me in fashion was to look impeccably dressed, but without looking like I'm trying, and like an ease, studied carelessness.
But you have that. That's the first thing I thought of. That guy doesn't even need to friggin' try. I can't ever do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the stated goal. But Phil, here's the thing that's really similar about fashion like this and training. In training, I learned that I had a core group of exercises that I learned that always worked for me. They were my go-to. They never failed me. This is was my personal experience with this. Well, with fashion, it's the same thing. You develop a foundation or a core group of clothes.
Colors?
Yes, and clothes.
Colors?
Exactly. And you build around that. It's just like in training. Less is more. It's about quality and you're being efficient.
Right. You don't need all these cufflinks and shit.
No.
You just need a good color. Like I've noticed just subconsciously that I look really good in peach.
Yeah.
But I never put it together too much. I never thought much about it. I thought I like when I wear this shirt. It looks good on me.
Right.
I like when I wear black. I like when I wear black. In fact, I had a girlfriend from. She was from. Not Tobago. What's that country outside of Venezuela? Tobago.
She was from another country.
Yeah, she was.
How about
she
that?
was really dark.
Yeah.
But she loved when I wore black.
Yeah.
I said, "Are you sure you want me to be black or white? What do you want?" But anyway, I looked. She said I looked good in black, and she was right. I think I look good in black.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I didn't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
that would be something I would build my foundation on if I was going to get into this business.
And Phil, let me tell you something that's really interesting about this, because I needed something that
Trinidad. She's from Trinidad.
Oh yeah, Trinidad. I heard that. But what I needed was something that motivated me, like bodybuilding did.
Yeah.
To keep myself in shape, and I didn't have anything, Phil. And who would have thought that this fashion thing is my new bodybuilding? And here's the good news.
We're visual, Leo.
Yeah, all it's going to do to me, because I'm thinking if I do bodybuilding, it's going to kill me because I'm going to go all balls out because that's my mindset. If I do fashion, which I'm doing, I'm probably going to go broke, but it won't kill me.
Well, you know what else you can branch off to now?
What's that?
Just subtly, a little bit of like cologne.
Oh.
Just a tad.
Yeah. Well, there's.
You know what I mean? Not like Here Comes Leo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all got to be subtle. If it's too over,
it's got to be like you're not trying. Like that's like a vanilla smell. I like that. What is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, but Phil, let me tell you something that was so the stated goal was to teach men in this book.
Exactly. That's where I'm going next.
How to dress from tip to tail, because you know what? The truth is, for me, and for most men, we have to have a female to tell us how to dress. It's got to be a mom, a girlfriend.
We don't have that queer eye.
Right. True. And I thought, you know what? I hate being at people's mercies like that. So I started learning this shit for myself, and I got to tell you,
why can't I decorate my own house?
Exactly. So, and here's the thing that that was really interesting. Now, my wife now. I'm still married to Tina. I don't know if you ever met her, but
fantastic. I was going to ask about that. I bet she loves you more now.
But Phil, I got to tell you something. Here's what's funny now. My wardrobe is extensive, yet it's not large anymore because it's actually honed down. It's a capsule. We call this a capsule wardrobe, less with a lot of options. My wife now, Phil, when we happen to go out, or she's going to go out anywhere, she comes out of the fucking room and says, "Which one should I wear with what?" She's asking me for my input, not the other way around.
Guys are afraid to tap into this.
Yeah. And
they should be.
And I tell you something, Phil, and here's some more really interesting things that's happened to me, and I would have never guessed this. People treat you different when you dress a certain way. I get doors open for me by women of all ages, men. I get people buying me shit, like when the stores you're actually open where you can go into like a Starbucks, buy me coffee, people come up to me and ask me, like you said, it's really funny that you mentioned that. They think I'm an actor. They ask me what kind of business I'm in. I never would have thought that, Phil. It's pretty cool.
You know what? That's way different than being a bodybuilder, right?
It really is.
When they're running out of your way, and they're afraid you're going to steal the coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's been a really.
I couldn't get jack shit for free when I was bodybuilding.
Hey, Phil, let me help you out. Let me hook you up with your capsule.
Let me help you sell your book.
Yeah. I haven't even published it yet. It's still on the.
Leo, that's a great idea, man. No one does that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
See how smart you are. You're at somebody. You know what you need to do, Leo? I've seen this before too. The guy failed miserably, but not you. Get on Shark Tank and talk about this.
You know, somebody told me I should do that.
A guy did that, and he failed miserably because he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But you could do it the right way.
Hey, do you have any connections?
Stan Efferding.
I knew you would, Phil.
Because Stan, remember he had the cooler on there? Then he was the world's strongest bodybuilder on there. He is on twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could get if we, you have to sweeten the pot for him.
Yeah.
But he's like you. He has a book called The Vertical Diet. It's about eating meat, and he sells meats. He sells cheap meats and stuff, and he's into fashion. I mean, he's a good guy. Really good.
Why don't we collaborate, Phil? Why don't those old guys come back and do it one more time in fashion?
Well, I'll just be a sidekick. Here's what you shouldn't dress like. You know what I mean?
You're the before.
Yeah, here's the before. Now, who cares how big his arms are? Right? Who cares, man?
That's right.
We know why. We know why they're big. Don't be playing stupid.
Right.
Anybody get big arms? Just inject this shit.
That's right.
Okay. Don't act like you're some special bodybuilder. You ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys act like we owe them something because they take drugs. It's crazy, Leo. It's a crazy world, man.
I know.
Crazy.
Hey, you know what, Bill? I tell people, I look better in clothes now. Anyways, I'm good with that. So why not? I just look as good as I possibly can.
Hey, Leo, you're 64. Let's be real. You're 64 years old.
I'm actually 65, Phil. God damn it.
You're 65.
Yes,
You're going the other way now. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Hey, Phil, I got to tell you something because you're younger than me. One of my happiest days in my life, pure happiness, Phil. I mean, I was amazed that it was all pure happiness. I'm being serious about this. Was a month before my 65th birthday, because at that point I can apply for Medicare. And Philip, I have to tell you something. On my 65th birthday, I went ahead. I got an email from somebody from Medicare, and they said that they needed to talk to me about my application. I'm thinking, okay, here we go. I knew this shit was going to be hard, government. And Philip, the process by which I got my Medicare was so easy. I have not done anything that easy.
I want to tell you what I got in that mail a week ago today. My Medicare card.
Really?
Yes.
Was it easy for you? Was it easy for me?
I heard it was a horror story, but it's not.
No, it was so fucking easy. I couldn't even believe it.
Now there's Part A and Part B.
Right.
If I want Part A, I just pay extra.
Yeah.
I already started. But the reason why I'm on it, Leo, is because I'm on dialysis.
So you can get it. I didn't know you could get it earlier if that was the case.
Yes, I'm on that, and I need a kidney transplant. Now it'll pay for my donor's kidney transplant to me.
Okay, so you're waiting for.
And listen to this. You don't realize, Leo, how awesome a Medicare card is. This shit pays for everything, and guess what? You deserve it. Like Joe Namath says, you deserve it, brother.
That's
you deserve
right.
it.
And Phil,
if you can make it to the day you get your Medicare card, you'll live 30 more years.
Seriously. I got a fucking pay raise. As bent over as I was getting, paying for regular insurance, To get Medicare?
Now you don't have to.
Holy shit! And it's easy.
Well, listen, plus you're covered on all this shit. If you can make it that long, Leo, you'll live another 30 years like scot-free.
Well, hell yeah, the stress is off.
You're right? Isn't that amazing?
I'm actually, then I misspoke because I didn't know you had Medicare before I did, so you already knew the process.
Well, I just got it in the mail last week. I mean, now you can't miss a payment, man.
No.
You can't miss a payment. They don't mess around with that shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I think I paid for like 3 months
now,
out.
let me ask you something. I still have Blue Cross. Do I need that?
Part of my plan A or B or whatever the show, I went to a guy that specializes in these so he could explain it to me. I still do have Blue Cross. I do.
Me too. I have Blue Cross Select.
Okay, yeah, I have that too.
Now, my lucky day came when I got my Medicare card. You know why?
Why?
Because the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville takes Medicare.
Oh.
They don't take Blue Cross Select. So I've had to go to Columbia Presbyterian, University of Rochester to get my kidney transplant started. But now that I have Medicare, I go right to Jacksonville, which is 2 miles from my house. Mayo Clinic, the best one in the world.
Beautiful.
Mayo with Medicare. How awesome is that?
It's a beautiful thing. How long have you been in Jacksonville?
3 years.
Oh, you have. You were in the Midwest somewhere, weren't you, before?
No, a little bit in Ohio, but I like it here.
Do you?
It's like it's country.
Oh, okay.
Jacksonville is like the largest city in the United States. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Square foot. Leo, you can leave. You can start driving in Jacksonville, and an hour later still be in Jacksonville.
Is that right?
It's huge.
Huge. How are the people there?
Casual, man. Like nice. Just they haven't been burned yet. Like South Florida, forget it, man. Those people are whacked out of their mind on drugs.
Really?
Fucked up. Oh, it's crazy. South Florida, they'll burn you. I got burned so many times down there. These people up here are nice people. They are like, I call it Southern Georgia. They're just good people. The Panhandle and Jacksonville is a tip of Florida, north.
Okay, and what kind of weather?
Way north.
You get
way north.
You get the
way north
weather.
Beautiful weather.
Beautiful. Do you get any of those, like the hurricanes or any of that come through?
I don't. We don't hear. No. Now Tampa might on the East Coast, the West Coast side.
Yeah.
Tampa's a nice city too, but they have a little more turbulent weather.
Yeah, that's the only thing, my wife, sometimes she asks me, she says, where else could you live in the States? My wife was more of although we've been married now 17 years, and we've been here in basically in, Visalia area. I live in Exeter. And
Leo, before you do anything, check out Jacksonville before you do anything.
Yeah, because I told her, I said, I'm a California boy, even though it's all fucked up over here with all the shit that's going on and taxes and all this kind of stuff. But the weather's hard to beat in California, Phil.
I tell you what, though, it's beatable here.
Really?
Yeah.
So what took you there?
My daughter.
Oh, okay.
She's here. She's 12.
Oh, good.
And her grandparents live here. So they moved here to be close to the grandparents, and I followed along.
That's good, Phil.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's cool that you can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming now, does this you having where you have to do dialysis 3 times a week? Are you able to work, or can you work? How does that work?
I still work every day. I own a peptide company.
Oh, you do? Peptides?
Yeah, I'm still involved with peptide company.
Oh, okay. And is that something that you do online mainly?
Yes. Yeah, we have an extensive supply of peptides that for research only.
Yeah.
Not human use. And I import, protein powders and stuff like that. Still, I have a micellar casein of undenatured, unflavored from France. It's a scientist that makes it. If you ever want to try any, Leo, it's amazing protein. It's a micellar casein. It's awesome. Emmerich and I get it in. Emmerich and I are still doing the Humanifort. the DWGE. We're still involved with the supplements. So
yeah. You've heard of proven peptides?
No.
You haven't. It's research only, and they do.
There's thousands of companies, Leo.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Is your stuff mainly a powder or is it drop? How's it come in? What form is it in?
No, it's a vial. It's a lyophilized vial. You can name any kind of peptide company, any name you want, and it's out there.
Yeah.
But they're probably doing something illegal, you know?
Yeah. Is this stuff that you're working, the company you're working with, is it third party tested?
Well, they all are because they all come from the manufacturer. They all come from the same place.
Okay.
So the third party testing stuff is a bunch of crap because they all come from the same manufacturer.
Okay.
It's all from the same place. And everybody's like, mine's 30 party tested. What's yours? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you effing liar, man. Come on. No one does. No one tests their shit. No one.
Yeah.
And they all promote usage. That's why they're all going down. It's silly.
Yeah.
It's silly. They're in it for the wrong reasons. You can't get into this business to make $1,000 million a month. You got to get into this business because you will want people to research these products, find out what's really going on with them, and then maybe as they become drugs, we know what's going to be happening when the time comes. But the problem is you can't promote usage. So how are you going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I see some
TB4, BPC. These are very powerful peptides that heal tendons, ligaments, muscle. They're healers.
Yeah.
But they're sitting around waiting to be FDA approved or whatever they are, and wasting time, right? You know what I mean? So.
Well, I see some of these guys on YouTube talking about these peptides. So I'm interested in those. Are you taking any of the peptides? I assume.
Well, I can't because it's illegal, Leo.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. So does your
Leo, we got to call after this show's over, right?
Yeah. Does your rat take it? Are you giving it to your rat?
You can't give it to animals or humans.
Damn.
Yeah, it's stuck. You're stuck.
Yeah. Let's take a quick pause to tell you about something you are definitely going to want.
Do you want a bone-crushing grip? Good, because you're gonna get one with the amazing new TRS gripper. It's a progressive grip builder with longer handles and a special ergonomic design that's like a dozen hand grippers in one. Start off easy and work your way up to quickly build your grip strength from wet noodle to pulverizing. The package includes a video from the world-famous strength coach, Dr. Russ Horine, the man who worked with Leo Costa to help bring you big beyond belief in the Bulgarian Power Burst. Dr. Horine shows you a simple and easy to follow workout plan that takes just minutes a day right from in front of your TV set if you want. So click on the link below and let's get started building you a stronger, firmer, bone-crushing grip.
So what's on your?
Unless you had a horse.
Unless you got a what?
We could get a horse. We can buy a horse.
Oh yeah, we can race it. We can use it on the horse.
Yeah, it'll have to be raced.
That's funny. And so, Phil, are you on a donors list? Are you waiting for a kidney?
Here's how that works, because I get the question a lot, and the answer is always no, I'm not. Here's what happens. They say, look, we got to test you to see where you're at. And if you pass all these tests, then we can put you on a list. So I just finished testing after a year and a half, colonoscopy, prostate cancer, skin cancer tests, cardiac output tests, CAT scans, MRIs. All these tests you have to pass. And once you pass them, in some states you could be on one list only, and on other states you could be on a few lists. So I finally got all my testing done. I have to decide which list I want to be on in New York, because you only pick one. So I'm gonna probably pick the University of Rochester. In Florida, you could be on a few lists, but I only tested at one hospital. So I'm on a hospital called Halifax in Florida, and University of Rochester in New York when I want to be, when they accept me. You have to pass all the tests first. Then they have their decision to make. Once they make their decision, it's either pass or fail.
Okay.
If you fail, they'll test you in a month again about what you failed and see if you can pass it.
I see.
If you pass, they'll test you in a month again to see if you failed anything, they'll fail you.
Really?
So you're constantly going on and off this list.
Yeah.
But the list, your time starts. I've been on dialysis a year and a half now. The time starts the day you start dialysis. So no one's going to cut in front of you if you deserve a kidney before them,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm first, I'm first.
Yeah.
If I'm on the list and I'm first, I'm getting it. So that's how that works. So yeah, I'm gonna be on the list. Yes, I'm gonna be on the list this week.
Okay.
Now the other thing is I have a donor, so I don't need to be on the list because I have a donor who's gonna donate a kidney to me.
Okay.
So there's no reason to be on any list.
So then why are you doing that as a backup?
As a backup, because you never know. I had a sister who's gonna give me a kidney for the last 4 years. Then a year ago says I can't do it, and then we stopped talking for some reason. I don't know why. Like she has avoided me like the plague. Like what did I? Do you feel guilty? I mean, I don't care if you don't give me your kidney. I don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't want to give me your kidney, that's fine. Bitch. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. I'm kidding. No. I don't care, Leo. I don't care, man. It's my sister.
I understand.
I don't care. Don't worry. Why would you? But then my stepmom says, "Oh, honey, I wish someone would help you." I said, "Mom, I had help. Your daughter was going to help me." And then she backed out. What are you talking about? You wish someone would help me? I had help. If you can't expect my own sister to help me, you can't expect my friend to help me.
Yeah.
She was like, I wish your friend would help you. I go, your daughter was going to friggin' help me.
Yeah.
And she backed out. What are you talking about?
Did you piss her off or something, Phil, when you were young?
I don't think, I can't. Well, yeah, when I was younger, sure.
She got a hell of a fucking memory, I think.
I remember locking her in the closet and scaring the hell out of her when my parents went up.
Well, that's it right there. You fucked yourself.
I did. I didn't know I needed a friggin' organ.
How did you know? How could you know? You beat her up on the road.
Yeah. I thought I got 2 of these bitches. I don't need another one. You know? I'll lock her in here for an hour.
Oh God. Hey Phil, well, how did you just your kidney just go bad? Is it something inherent?
Well, it's not like a one-time thing, unless you got cancer. It's both kidneys go. Now, generally, it could be like a blood flow issue or a high blood pressure, which was my case was high blood pressure. So the pressure just killed the diffusers of the kidney.
Oh, okay. Now, have you had, was it as a result of steroid use? Because people would ask me shit when I had my strokes. They said, oh, it's because you took your steroids. And I said, well, that's not actually exactly true, but whatever. You have this perception.
Well, I don't think they were therapeutic.
No, well, they're not. I agree with
that. Especially maybe at 280.
Well,
280.
The thing about it, Phil, when I was sitting in there in that fucking hospital, the doctor comes in because they did all these tests on me, and the fucker goes, you shouldn't be here. I said, really? That's interesting, and yet I am. Because he said all the tests that they ran on me, every single one of them, they said were fine. And so, you know, what happened with me is a result of just extreme behavior for too damn long. And I was 56 years of age. I was lifting like a wild man, and that shit took me down. But it wasn't because any of my organs or nothing. Even to this day, I just had another test done because I test all the time just to make sure. And I have according to my doctor, I have the lab work of an 18-year-old male.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
You know, I mean, that's pretty amazing to me. So your high blood pressure, did you always have high blood pressure, or was it a result of
Yes,
age?
I did in high school. I remember having high blood pressure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you were you in denial? Did you address it, or why did this?
Well, what I thought was high, I remember as visually I see it right down in front of me. It was 132 over 86.
Mm-hmm.
But in high school, that's kind of high, right? You know what I mean?
That's called hypertensive. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just think that it's just more of a result of just having it for that long a period of time, just caught up to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, shit, man, it sounds like you've had a rough go.
Well, you know, I mean, if I didn't know what was going on with my body, I would just say sometimes I don't feel very good.
Yeah.
But now that you know what's going on with your body, it's a lot rougher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say I went through life and I just had to go to dialysis. I had to do that. I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's the way life is, you know?
Yeah.
But now that I know that I don't have any kidneys and blah, 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 it adds to the mystique of, well, I'm sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once I get a transplant, I'll be much better.
Beautiful. Well, I hope that happens sooner than later. I'm sure that you feel that way more than I do.
I was going to tell you, I have friends that call me, Phil, what can I do for you? I feel so bad. Is there anything I can do? And I'll say, I remember telling them, this is funny, Neil. I'll say, this is how oblivious they are. I'll say, yeah, I need a kidney, brother. Well, I pray to God you get it soon.
They didn't get the hint.
No. And you know what, Leo? Honestly, it'd probably be the best thing they had ever done in their life.
Yeah.
For themselves.
Yeah.
They're so wrapped up in themselves.
Yeah.
If they gave something like that, it would be a game changer for their brain.
I'm sure it would be. I can imagine.
But they don't see it that way. They just see it as, I hope someone gives you some.
Yeah,
you know?
I hope somebody else comes through.
Yeah, what are you, Teflon Don? What's going on over here? Why can't I just take yours, buddy?
Life is weird sometimes, you know, Phil.
I know. You know what? If no one ever gives me a kidney, then they don't want me around, and I'll leave. You know what I'm saying?
You just gonna pick up marbles and leave.
That's how I look at it. I'll just go when it's time.
Yeah, there you go. I guess that's, you know.
My dad's willing to, but he's too old. You know, he's 70, 77, 78. You know, I don't want that.
Well, you know, the thing about
why would I want him to go under surgery for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But isn't it weird how fast time? It's weird how time is, you know, Phil. Because I think back when I was 18 years old, I couldn't fucking wait to be 21, and it took forever to be 21, and then all of a sudden shit started happening. It's like,
well, the time is like
65 this quick.
A minute at our age goes way faster than a minute at 20.
Holy shit, man!
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the weeks. No, the weeks are flying by, Leo.
I know, Phil. I one day, you know, sick mind that I have, I decided to do a mathematical equation, and so I looked up to see what the average lifespan is of a male in the U.S. 78, and I thought, okay, based on that, how many fucking minutes do I have to live? You know, assuming that.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh my God, Phil! I did that, and it gave
not much, Leo.
It gave a whole new sense of urgency. Like, I better get my shit together and start
like
doing
12,000 or something.
Yeah, it's so goofy. Fuck. But as of right now, because I know it can change in a heartbeat, I feel pretty damn good. And
wait a minute, Leo. You're forgetting something.
What?
You're forgetting something.
What?
You have your Medicare card.
Oh, yeah, my tail's wagging, Phil.
You add 30 years in minutes to that.
Shit. At 100,
add 30 years in minutes. Add 30 years in minutes to that equation, Leo.
Holy fuck! At 110, I'm going to be talking to you about this shit, right?
I know, man.
I can't wait.
They'll have another card then for us.
Yeah, what's that going to be?
I don't know. Friggin' who knows?
Oh,
I'm like, yeah. Well, no, I can't say it.
Anyway, hey Phil, I tell you what, this has been one of my, I don't think I've laughed this much on a podcast like I did today.
Well, I miss you, Leo. We've always been getting along really good. We've always had a good rapport. And
yeah, and I'm glad to talk to you again. And I would like to.
You know what, Leo? You and I are real people. We're not like bullshit. We're not like, we're just good people. I've known that since I met you.
Yeah,
you and Russ and Bob and everybody,
So
it's been great. It's been great. I appreciate everything you've ever done for me. You did a lot for me. So did Russ and so did Bob. And I really never got the chance to thank you and appreciate, because I was in and out of jail and fucking around and whatever I was doing,
Well, Phil,
but I appreciate it, Leo. I really do. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, Leo.
I thank you for saying that, but it worked both ways, Phil. Believe me, it was an interesting ride to say the least. But Phil, I hope that we can do this again sometime, because I know that we got a lot.
Let's get John on, okay?
Okay. That's
gotta get John Jake was on. I'm gonna give you his number when we hang up.
Okay, what I'll do, Phil.
Or I'll give it to Kara.
Yeah, give it to Kara. She handles all the stuff for me. But I'd like to set up a phone call maybe next week and just talk to you a little bit more about other stuff.
I want to promote some of this books, and I want to help you because I need help too. I think we can continue helping each other. I really do. I think this could be better than what we did before, Leo.
Let's do it, Phil. I'm serious about that too. Hey, listen.
No, I am too. But listen, I'm not the only one that wants to do this, Leo. There's other bodybuilders that need this.
Yeah.
You might be opening a whole nother gate here.
Well,
because I know guys that don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm depressed. I'm sad.
Yeah.
What do I do? Do I start competing again like Kevin Levrone? Where do I turn? Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. Seriously, let's do that. We'll I'd like to have a phone call with you and discuss some of these ideas and put it into action. I think it'd be a lot of fun, Phil.
I do too. Why not? That's part of life.
Is there anything that on this show, would you like to promote anything that you're doing right now? Feel free to do that.
Promote anything? I do train people still, Leo. I'd like to show people the vibration plates and the rubber band training. It's very simple and easy, and the results are amazing. If you want to get a hold of me at philhernon@yahoo.com, you can do that.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't want to promote too much because it's all research products. But we do have a great I do recommend, if you're going to look into peptides for research, extremepeptides.com.
Okay.
Or lotilabs.com.
Okay.
There's also a couple other good companies out there. I don't want to forget about, because there's good companies called Raza Research is a good company. Let me see. Set Evolution's a good company you can trust. Cliff at Blue Sky is a good company you can trust. Keith has All American Peptides. Now I'll tell these guys that I'm mentioning their names, and they'll get you some more traffic here. Let's do that.
All right. Sounds like fun. Okay, sounds good, Phil. Well, listen.
Okay.
Thank you very much I'm glad we can make this happen. I was disappointed when I know you landed in the hospital the first time, and I was hoping that we could do this.
And I'm so glad you reached out. I'm so glad. In fact, I just got out again, Leo. I had an infection in my peritoneum, so I've been on vancomycin drip, a Zosyn drip for 2.5 weeks in the hospital. It's been a rough ride.
Oh shit. Well, anyway.
But
okay.
I'm going to Dick's right now. Dick's Sporting Goods to get some rubber bands, and I'm going to work out tonight for the first time.
Right on, baby. Well, you stay tough. You're a tough dude, and I'll be talking to you soon.
No, I'm not. You are.
I'll be talking to you soon, Phil. We're going to teach you how to dress. We're going to teach you how to dress, okay?
I appreciate that. I really do.
Okay.
I really do.
I'll talk to you soon, Phil.
Thanks, Leo. Bye-bye.
Right on, bro. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Serious Growth Podcast. For more episodes like the one you just listened to, subscribe to us on your mobile podcast app and leave us a review. If you'd like to reach out, you can find us online at seriousgrowth.com. Until next time, train smart and train hard.